Namaskaram. Om Ashiraskamhakarantam Asheshakarasansthitam Ajasram Uchcharantam Swam Tamatmanam Upasmahe. Om Atmane Namaha. Om Brahmane Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Today's video is about two of our great friends. They are Shaniswara and Rahu Bhagavan. Recently, one of my friends was inquiring how Shiva could be Bhagavan, how Krishna could be Bhagavan, how Rahu and Shani are also Bhagavan. To this, the answer is from the Siva Sahasranama. This is from the Mahabharata. Just like the Vishnu Sahasranam, we have a Siva Sahasranama, wherein all the planets, the moon, Rahu, Kethu, Shani, Kuja, that is Chivvai, Mars, Guru and Buddha, have all been included in the Sahasranama as the names of Lord Shiva himself. So being from the Mahabharata itself, it means that these planets or Chaya Grahas, which Rahu and Kethu, are all nothing but an embodiment of Lord Shiva. So the word Bhagavan for them seems appropriate. So Shani Bhagavan, Rahu Bhagavan. These two we'll try to look at. The reason why I am combining these two is because in astrology it is taught Shani Vata Rahu, Kuja Vata Kethu, meaning Shani and Rahu are similar, Kuja, Kethu are similar. So we'll first finish the first combination, Shani and Rahu. Irrespective of whichever house they may be situated in your horoscope, in whichever condition they may be in, meaning whichever star's pitch pada they are in, irrespective of that, what does Shani Bhagavan stand for in our lives? What does Rahu Bhagavan stand for in our lives? Maybe an understanding of this particular concept will help us to look at how we can be on good terms with Shani Bhagavan, on good terms with Rahu Bhagavan as well. We talked about the chakras, about how the Mooladhara chakra is associated with Buddha Bhagavan, Buddha, and with the element of Prithvi, earth element, and food and evacuation of solids was connected with this particular first chakra, Buddha's connection is with food, the food we eat, and evacuation. With respect to Shani Bhagavan, the concerned chakra is the Anahata chakra, the heart chakra, connected with the air element, Vayu element. The connected organs of the body would be the hands, our hands, and our sense of touch. So whenever people have problems with their hands and the sense of touch, you can understand it's connected with Shani Bhagavan and it's connected with air, Vayu. Now, Shani Bhagavan is connected with Vayu. How is Vayu connected with us? Vayu is something which comes into us in the form of the breathing that we do. So, in his breathing, out the gas goes out on its own. This particular process of breathing is the main source of Vayu for us. to be able to satisfy the Sani Bhagavan, to be able to get the fullest benefits from him, breathing is the best method. Breathing would mean doing reasonable amounts of pranayama is the best method to keep the vayu situation inside the body in a good condition. There's one more thing that I wanted to tell you here is one activity in our lives which happens all the time, right from our birth till the very last moment, is breathing. Maybe that's why it's linked with Sani Bhagavan, because Shanishwara is linked with any activity which is done continuously, systematically and continuously. So whenever you get into a time when you have Shani's Dasha in your life or Shani's sub-periods in your life, you must put in a lot of systematic continuous effort. Things may work out, things may not work out, but you must be consistently working towards your goals. Because Shanishwara likes such people who are regular at work, consistent at work. This also applies to Rahu Bhagavan. Now, when you do consistent work, you also do consistent breathing. Because what happens is, breathing, when you're disturbed in your mind or when you're excited in the mind, the breathing gets disturbed. It's not rhythmic then. When a man is in lust or he's angry, the breathing gets disturbed. When the breathing gets disturbed, the Shani Bhagavan inside our system gets disturbed. He doesn't like all these disturbances. We will try to control the mind. Okay, Shani Bhagavan does not like getting angry. Shani Bhagavan does not like getting very lusty all the time. Okay, I will try to control these impulses. Doesn't work. Just doesn't work. The only way to get over this is to practice the pranayama. When you practice pranayama, the breath automatically remains calm most of the time. So whenever you get into a situation in the outside world which could disturb your mind in the form of engaging you in anger or engaging you in lust, those external events don't disturb you much. Your breathing continues to be normal. You don't get very excited during those times. We always thought if we keep our mind calm, the breathing will be normal. Actually, it's otherwise. If you keep breathing normally, if you keep doing a lot of long breathings, the mind will remain calm. This is the method of keeping Shanishwara happy in our system. We have known that there is a statement saying, Yatha pinde tatha ande. That is, what exists in the body, pindam, exists in the Brahmandam as well, the world as well, the universe as well. So Shanishwara is a planet which we know exists in the solar system, but he also exists in us in the form of this breath. So when we keep this breath at a rhythmic pace, he only expects that, keep it rhythmic. Avoid getting into anger, lust or any disturbance, anything which is mental, immediately will disturb the breathing. So you can't keep the mind calm. What you do is you keep the breathing normal, the mind remains calm. Generally they say that when the Shani Bhagavan goes into your house where your Chandrama is situated, your moon is situated at birth, it's called Janma Shani. It's a tough period where you have to be patient. Certain things don't seem to be working the way you would like it to work. Okay. But there also, the reason why we get disturbed is because we keep on focusing on the mind. Array, something is not happening, what do we do? Something is not happening, what do we do? We keep worrying with the mind. This disturbs our breathing. Because when Shani has come into your house, your Rashi, the house of the moon, he expects to be given respect. How do you give him respect? Just by breathing. Practice half an hour in the morning, half an hour in the evening. That is the best and only way to satisfy Shani Bhagavan during your 7.5, especially during your Janma Shani. You have Shani's Dasha, You should continue this practice. Invariably, what happens is when you get into Shani Dasha and Shani is in a good position in a horoscope, you automatically take to these yogic practices. Because Shani wants people who are regular, who walk regularly, who speak less, who are more diligently working their way up. In whichever field, it could be a spiritual field, it could be in the world, you could be a leader. Because Shani, Rahu and Kethu are the real givers of goodness in this world. All the good things come to your life when these planets are in a good position with respect to you. So let us please Sani Bhagavan in our systems with the help of this breathing. You will think such a small thing, just breathing. Yes, it is so simple. Because people like to have very complicated procedures everywhere. Lot of confusion, lot of complication, lot of visits to places to do pariharam. All that is good. But sitting at home, when you are at home, just do this and see the change, see change in your mind. The situation in the outside world will remain same. The people who are fighting with you will remain the same. People who are loving towards you will remain the same. But you will be calm because your breathing is calm, breathing is regulated. This is the method of pleasing Lord Shanishwara, Sani Bhagavan. I'm sure you would have liked this video. In the subsequent video, we'll talk a little more about Rahu Bhagavan as well. How Rahu Bhagavan controls slightly other things along with the breath, the breathing, and how he works in tandem with Shani Bhagavan in the horoscope. Some of these points we'll focus on. We'll continue with these videos on astrology as well. Till the next one, Jai Shri Ram.